Hi everyone. I thought I'd do a quick video on how to use the ContentLeaf and some of the things that you can do with it. The first thing that you need to do is you need to get into the visual editor. So let me get in there here. And because I just reset this blog, it's asking me to do this. I'm just going to use columns and finish and be done with that for right now. So the content leaf is really the hub of Headway, and that's what I like to call the meat, or the glue, either one. But this is where this is mainly how all your content gets displayed. It can be content being your post content, your pages content. Or even your custom post types if you're using custom post types. The content leaf will work with all those. So let's just look at, I'm actually looking at the home page here, and let's just take a look and see what the settings are set to in a default install. So the first thing you'll notice is that the mode is just a default behavior. You can do a custom query. When you do a custom query, you get a filters tab in here. Switching back to default behavior, though, the other thing that you could do is you could fetch content from a specific page. So as you create pages, you could have your content leaf just show that static page content instead. On the next tab is options, and this is since we're in our default mode, and this is our blog index page, which is currently set up to display our latest posts. We can come in here and we can have a number of featured posts, and what featured posts are basically full content posts. They're not brought into excerpts. So if you look at this post here in the background, you'll see that there's no like continue reading button like this one, and this one is a featured post. The rest of these are all kind of excerpt posts, and that's why you get the continue reading button. So if you want to change that, you can go in here and you could say, maybe you're limiting 5 posts, or what is it? Looks like I'm on 7 posts right now, so it's probably set to show 10 posts on the page. We could go in here and say 10 featured posts, and it would show the entire content of the post, of all 10 posts on this page. You can also hide post meta. So if you didn't want this little section right here that I highlighted to show, you could hide that post meta. And then lastly, you've got excerpts, which is default, which takes configuration settings from within the Headway configurations. You could disable excerpts. You could force regular excerpts. So these are what are considered regular excerpts. And then small excerpts are where you get columns. So you have essentially 2 columns or 2 posts side to side from each other. So you get a column. The next tab is comments. So if you're on a single post system page, which we'll get to in a second, you could hide content or hide comments. This would allow you to have, say, 2 content leafs, one on top, one below the other, and maybe you put like an about leaf in between, so you could have like an author's box there. And then you've got miscellaneous, so you could show the leaf title, and if you wanted a link for it to go to, say, to a page, you could do that. And then if you wanted to add a custom CSS class to the leaf, you could enter those in here. So then when you're done, you just save the changes, and it would take effect. The big thing I want to talk about is doing the single post page. So I'm going to switch to that layout here. and I'm going to enable a few things here, and I'm going to add a content leaf and an about leaf. So let me rearrange these. So this post leaf, we want all the way at the top, and right now it's currently showing comments. Then we want the about leaf, and then we want the content leaf. Okay, and so let's just address the content leaf really quickly. Hi, my name is AJ. I wrote this article. Visit me at my blog. Maybe we'll do okay. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the about leaf. I just wanted to throw something in there so you can see it. And then let's go up to this content leaf right here. If we go into the settings, right away I want to go into comments and hide the comments so that the comments aren't displayed above the about box, because we're going to put the contents or the comments down here in this leaf. The other thing that I want to do, since the options, we don't have all the options that we can use here, I want to change this to a custom query. And then when I go into options, you see that you've got more options here. And the reason I want to do this is I want to set the post limit to 1, and I don't want to paginate posts. And everything else is fine. Filters is fine because I'm not worried about that. That would be more if I was concerned on a non-single post page. And then miscellaneous, I'm not going to add anything to. So let me close that, and I'll show you why. The first reason is that I don't want this previous post link way up here. I just want you to be able to see the post, and because I'm using breadcrumbs, I can get into that. So that's why I switched this from default behavior to custom query and changed the post limit to 1 in here. That's going to get rid of that. Now when I save my changes, because I also said, actually, you know what? Yeah, so you have to change it back to default behavior to see comments. Because I'm hiding the comments, the comments are going to disappear as well. And you can see that all my options still are saved until they're saved in the browser, but when I hit save, they'll save in the database. So now let's move down to the bottom content leaf, and in the bottom content leaf I want to hide comments but show comments. And so that's all you need to do here. And it basically describes what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to save this. And I feel pretty confident I can close the visual editor now. So now we can see that I've got my post here. I've got my little about box, and you can see that my link worked. And then you can see my comments. And that's it. So the content leaf, very powerful to use. If you want to, try another post, you can try another post, and it's going to still do the same thing. Here's a comment. Here's another. So now you can see that I've got several comments there, and the content is split up in between with another leaf stuck in the middle. And you don't have to use just the about leaf. I just use that because I got the about, and you could throw in, a biography of yourself or of an author, and so that made it pretty easy to do. So hopefully this answers some questions about the content leaf. Like I said at the beginning, you can actually, if you are using custom post types, you can it'll pick those up as well. You just got to go to the custom query. So hopefully that answers questions. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll make either an advanced video about this or a more deeper, in-depth video. Thanks.